Hi everybody, Jo here again. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I hope things are going okay and you're having a decent week. If you're not, if there's a little problem or you've had a bit of a hiccup, life throws us the hiccups every so often. So I'm going to send you a big hug, and our lovely friends and followers on here, I'm sure will join me in giving you a big hug. So there we go. We've all had a nice hug to start. So time for that brew, cheeky biscuit. I have to say, it's so cold here in the UK. Gone is summer when I'm on salads. I'm having my winter cheeky biscuits and my soup at the minute. Anyway, today I've got this gorgeous tag to share with you. Well, I love it. I just, recently at the Fairy Festival, I was demoing, and just by talking to some of the ladies, lovely gentlemen obviously there too, especially the one that listens to me at 3 o'clock in the morning, must say hi to you. Anyway, so we just sort of we're messing about and playing and doing like you do when you're just having fun. And we came up with this design and I loved it so much. I said to the ladies, can I just borrow that? I said, I'm going to do a video on that because we enjoyed creating it so much. Let's take it and share it with everybody else. Now again, you can use different stamps. It's just the fun of the technique. So I'm starting off with one of our lovely watercolour tags. So this is a Lavinia watercolour tag and you get 5 in a packet. And just adore these. And I did say this is a fabulous technique if your mojo's gone, because creating this background actually entices Mr. Mojo back. Now, I'm going to use Scorched Timber Distress Oxide. The reason being that personally for me, now this is a very old technique, we could never credit anybody because it's been going for years, yonks, absolutely. A square ink pad, in my opinion, works better. And that's why I'm using an oxide or a distress as opposed to my elements. And you'll see why. Because we're going to start off, and we've done this before, but I love going back. You know, if your mojo goes, going back to an older technique is perfect because it relaxes you and you're just happy playing. 45 degrees, drag across. Now I could drag down the tag, but I think because of the shape of the tag, I'm better going across. And I'm going to come back. And it's as simple as that. Now, if I wanted, I've got quite a lot of colour there. I'll turn it over just to show you if I wanted more colour or less colour. So if you want less colour, hold your ink pad more of an angle. Oh, look, I've hardly caught that. We've got that much less colour. If you want more, put it flatter. Look, almost drag the whole ink pad across. So I'll just drag it right across just to even that up. So I like that actually quite often. Now, if you want to do a couple of colours, this is the bit where you go back and add another colour. Lovely light blue, makes almost that weather wood effect. Lots of colours. I mean, again, if Mr. Mojo, just want to bit up there, Mr. Mojo's gone, you know, you could do worse than just making 3 or 4 tags. Well, you get 5 in a packet. Why not make 5? Just different colour combinations. Brown's fabulous. It goes with so many things. Brown and pink's lovely. Salvage patina. Got to be honest. This brown and the salvage patina is a particular favourite. Now, I'm just going round with the ink just to frame the tag. And again, simple. You can use a brush. Just happens, I actually haven't got a brush with brown on, but I've got a blending sponge, so... And I don't think I've got a free brush actually without a colour on. So I don't want to use one of my ones and brown it up, do I? So, right. I will do the same on the back, but obviously I'll just show you the front. Now what we do now is, we could flick some water on there. But what I like to do is a bit of a twofer. So while you're cleaning this up, because we've got to clean the ink up, let's just dip and do a bit of smooshing. And again, it's fabulous this, because you never know what you're going to get, do you? Just do your dippy. And again, if you were batch card making, now I actually think this would make a fabulous tag for Christmas, depending on what colours you used. So look at that. I reckon you could dab another 3 or 4 tags in here. But we'll just clean this up for speed today. But like I say, if mojo's gone, or you've had a bad day or a bit of bad news and you want to just take your mind off things, or I know a lot of you are looking after relatives who are poorly, so if they're poorly, maybe they're just having a little bit of sleep and you need a bit of time to yourself, you could just create yourself some tags. Really enjoy the process and just let your mind wander for a bit, because do you know what? You deserve it, because it's such a good thing that you do. Now look, as they start to dry, you get all these lovely areas, but I'm going to keep mine up a bit, so do apologise for the noise. Now, I would speed this up if I knew how, but as I don't know how, you know me, technically minded I am not. I tell Chris, who's my IT helper, bless him, I'm an IT dinosaur. So we'll dry this front and back. And again, the quality of these tags is so lovely that, look, it will change shape a little, but just dry it from the back and that'll flatten it perfectly. Oh, that's lovely and dry now. As I say, normally I just leave it to dry naturally and go make myself another little cheeky brew. But if you look, what I love is that we can still see almost those lines there. So it does look like the wood, but we've got all different colours. And look at that bit there. Pointing and it's off camera, sorry. Please don't tell me off. Look, I love that bit there. And you know, no two tags will be the same. So, bit more interest, I'm going to bring some pink in. And we're going to come in with the confetti. And I've chosen this stencil, which is cobbles. I just thought, it's a nice shape, and I'm just coming in with this corner. And we want to introduce this lovely smoky pink. Oh yeah, look at that. And I don't want it to be too in your face, but look at that in that corner. So I'll turn it round and we'll introduce the pink in this top corner. Again, opposite corners and just down the side, just to introduce that interest. Now again, remember, I can spritz that right across Eric and we'll make another background. Now for me, I would pop some on the back as well. But I'm conscious of, I know I talk and keep you a while, so we've got a few bits to do on the front, so you can always decorate the back yourself. But look at that now. So I bet you've got lots of different stencils that you could use. It's a good time to just go through your stencils, have a look what you've got. Now we're going to come in with our main stamp, and this is the, see, I nearly said it, Sarah, kingfisher. We got it in our head somehow it was a kingfisher, so sorry, we'll have to edit that bit out. Right, here we have the small hummingbird. Isn't it funny? I've told you before, once these things get in my head, and the older I get, it seems to be getting worse. Right, so the beautiful hummingbird. Now, they are facing different ways, so you can put them so they're flying towards each other. And we'll just go there. And again, because we've got all that ink, all that water, just give the stamp a few minutes to let the ink soak in. And then look at that. You get such a beautiful image. Now, for the floral, I'm going to use the honeysuckle. Now, we have so many different stamps you could use, but I have to say at the open day as well, so I'll just stamp this in the corner here, but just to show you, if you've only got this stamp, oh, and it's alive, I actually stamped, and I'll just add it once on here to show you, the wings, you can actually make up a sort of floral design with the wings. They make a gorgeous border and stamp the wings all the way around. So just the heads up, it's beautiful. Now you see I'm going to have to do a little bit of that on the bottom. That'll teach me just to even the design up. So we'll put a wing there and a wing there. But you know when you do something like, and I just think that's lovely. So just looks like leaves to me. And I do love the way that, you know, the stamps, we do need them to work well. I think, you know, we've bought them. Tracy spent hours designing them. So let's use them for, oh yeah, that's so pretty, isn't it? As many different projects as we can. And I'll pop the lid on that. And I'm just going to give that a blot. Slower drying ink, remember, try and get in the habit of always blotting. Now, I do think you could leave this in the colours like this, almost in the monochrome. You could decoupage. I did a tag recently where I decoupaged the wings on our lovely hummingbird and just left it black and white. But for this one, I'm going to come in with a little bit of colour. And this is my Aquarelle, I think, pencil. And this one's number 131. It's this lovely pink. So I'm not going to add a lot. Just to bring that pink into play. Ooh, pressing a bit too hard on my nib there. So just a little. As I say, I don't want to go too mad. And then I'll get my clear Wink of Stella and just drag that colour just out a little bit. As I say, I have a plan. I don't want it all pink. I don't want the pink to take over because I quite like it in just that. Oh yeah, see, that just makes it pop. So what I'm thinking is I've got a lovely blue just for the eye here. And I'm just thinking, just a hint. Yeah, like that. And when I was at the Fairy Festival, I bought this glaze jelly roll pen. I just loved the colour and I'd not used it before. So I'm afraid I couldn't even tell you what, let me have a look, what colour is it? Right, I'm going to have to investigate that because it doesn't tell me. Looks like a yellow. It just says glaze on it. If it helps, it's 803. But I just went for the lovely, obviously, you know I have a thing about yellows and golds. But if I just catch the beak here, and with it being the glaze, and then just a little bit on the tip of the wing, just to bring in the sort of yellows. And but again, you can add as little or as much colour as you want. And then the gold, I've been using this gold. So this is the Wink of Stella gold. Just a little, for me, the lids are coloured, which is good because you know which pen you're grabbing for. But when I take the lids off, I've actually written on the base as well because I am liable to get mine mixed up. So I'm just going to use the gold almost as my shadowing. And I can't believe how much I've used this. I love the silver and I thought I would use it the most, but at the minute, but you know what we're like? We often do things like that, don't we? I think with the browns, the brown tones and the pink, the gold, and it just gives that sort of shadowing. But I want to add some colour. Now you could leave it like this. And I have to say, I think that's lovely. But I am going to add a little bit of colour here. And I'm going to come in with my liquid pearls. Now, if you've not met liquid pearls are used to make little dots on your work. They almost look like gems. But you can also paint with them. So I've got my lovely new brush. Now, this is the number 2/0. It's the smaller one of the three. We've got three, and I have to say the handle is beautiful to hold. But you can actually paint the liquid pearls on. Now, again, at home, you would take more time. I'm, again, being just mindful of how much time we've got. And I'm just dipping my brush in the water and then just turning it. But this has got such a fine detail. This is beautiful. And this colour, I know you're going to ask and I forgot to tell you, it's the copper pearl in the liquid pearls. And again, what I'm being mindful as well is thinking for a man's card, thinking browns, we could have done the blue instead of the pink, the copper tones. You could make this autumn colours. And let's just add a little bit to the feathers here that we're using as leaves. Just turn it round. And again, we'll just add some here. And I'm being mindful I don't have to go right to the edge. Quite like it just where we've got the lines, where Tracy's drawn the edge for us. And it covers beautifully. Now, there are 3 new brushes, so do check them out. One for painting, and there's one with a really long, beautiful silk, sort of fine bristles on it that is perfect for if you want to actually put your own lines. And I think I may need to practice, so please don't ask me to demonstrate that yet. Give me a chance to practice, but I think that is going to be very useful. But do check them out. As I say, there's 3. Tracy has done a little video showing you how to use them, so but like I say, it's beautiful to hold. I don't know who designed the handles, but they've certainly done a good job. And we like nice, don't we? It's like pencils. If you've got a nice pencil that's nice to hold, or a pen, are you like me? I like a nice writing pen that feels nice. Have a thing about pens. But then I think a lot of us crafters have a thing about different stationery, don't we? There. Now what I will do to just tie the whole thing together, look, I'm going to bring a little bit in the gap here that I left on the wing. Just a little. I'm not going to overcook it. No pizzas here. Just a little bit on that wing to bring those colours together. I just think that is, look at the shimmer on there. Beautiful. And that will stay. I've reactivated that. I've had mine for about an hour. So I'm not sure when it's completely dry if you can reactivate it with water. I've not left it that long because I must admit I do get on with my project. But certainly I put mine on my block and it's been there for an hour so far. So, a couple little finishing tricks. Let's have some of our sentiments. And I think this one will go special one. So this is from set 6. And I think we'll put special one up here. And then we'll have loved. Because we are all special and we are all loved. And I think we'll have that one there. So let's go in with our Wink of Stella and just give ourselves a little bit of, do 3 edges with that. And then with a white gel pen, let's just highlight the top. Same with that one. And the finishing tricks are the things that really make a difference. Little bit of white gel pen just there. These little dots here that Tracy's drawn. Maybe just a little on the tip of these wings. I don't want to overcook it with the white. Maybe just on the odd petal, look. And it goes over the liquid pearls, not a problem. Couple here. Maybe just one on that leaf. Right, stop, don't overcook it. And let's have some white Posca splats. So again, shake it up. And then we'll just come in with our brush. And especially over here on that lovely stencil work. It just fills in and helps us with that grungy, lovely little tip. If you want some white little circles, look, put your Posca on the lid and we can just, a little bit of a shape there. And then just we'll have one over this side. So useful, this. And just so it's not even, I'm going to put 2 here, because you know me, I have this thing about things being even. So it's just the pen on the lid, and mine, it's the fine nib. This is the 1M, so you'll be quicker with a bigger one. But sorry, I just can't resist showing you. And you see how you get that lovely, just again adds to the whole design. We'll give that a quick wipe before we put the lid on. And on my finished one, look, I've added the beautiful threads, the craft yarns, and I've taken sort of some from all different sets just so the colours match. But I have to say, that's so pretty, isn't it? And just to show you with the liquid pearls, the way they're normally used, so if you've not met them before, I would always test a little bit out. So I'll bring my block in and just give it a little, check it's working okay, which it is. And then maybe we'll just put ourselves 1, 2, 3 in a little row at the base there. And then maybe 1, 2, 3 up here. Now when they dry, they'll almost look like little copper gems, look. Oh dear, look at that, not clean hands. And as I say, look at the ones at the top. So be mindful, it takes a few hours, so not to pop anything on there. But I just love that whole, and I really enjoy, and I think our beautiful hummingbird looks lovely on that. And as you can see, they're both, considering they were made the same way, the same but different. So I hope you have a go at that, and especially if you're struggling with Mr. Mojo. Now, what flowers are you going to use? You know, we've got the honeysuckle here and the wing. What else have you got that'd look good with that? Are you going to use the new flowers? I like to use some older ones just so that if you've not got the new stamps yet, you could use an older one. Could you put a fairy here? Oh, like I say, so many possibilities. So I'm going to leave you to go and craft and create yourself a stunning tag. Don't forget, if you've got the Sizex tag die, you can cut yourself a tag out of watercolour card. So you have fun, please share your makes. So good when we inspire each other. Right, my throat's just about to give up, so quick drink of water needed. Love and hugs from me. I'll see you again soon. Bless you all. Take care. Bye for now.